And welcome to Your Best Interviews. My name is Eric Smith. Thank you so much for spending the time here with me today. Today, what I want to talk to you about is things that you should be thinking about as a job seeker as you start this process to kind of level set with you, but also to emphasize the importance of making sure that you're doing all the small things right as a job seeker. So, if you're in the job market right now, maybe you're actively applying, maybe you're just dipping your toe in the water because you're not fulfilled where you are today and you're starting to look at other roles. One thing to keep in mind is that today, with job boards, they've made it really easy for people to mass apply to jobs. And they've also enabled easy apply, which makes it really easy for you to apply to a lot of different jobs at one time. But the downside to this is what this is doing for employers is it's flooding them with candidates. And oftentimes, a lot of those candidates aren't the right fit, or it's just a lot of noise for them. And so what you as a job seeker need to realize is that the average job today is getting about 250 applications. And most companies are only interviewing between 7 and 9 people for that job. So what this means for you is that there's a lot more competition and all the little things matter so much more than they used to. The number one thing that you should be doing to get through this screening process and to make sure that you are actually increasing your odds of getting in front of someone for an interview is customizing your resume. So I talk about this a lot. If you look at my video library, I have a video specifically on how you can customize your resume. But just at a very high level, I'll explain. You need to be tailoring your resume to what you're applying to. So I can't tell you how many times I talk to job seekers that are applying to a handful of different things. Maybe they're applying to something in marketing. Maybe they're applying to something in customer service. Maybe they're applying to something in sales. But they're using one resume to do that. The problem with this is your resume is not tailored to the job that you're applying to. And so when applicant tracking systems pick these up and artificial intelligence is pre-reading these resumes before a recruiter ever does, it's ranking you as a candidate based on that resume that you created that does not fit the job that you applied to from a keyword standpoint, a job title standpoint. And so your match score, or how AI is ranking you as a candidate, it's going to be really low, which is going to decrease your likelihood of moving forward in the process. So what you need to be doing, and the other thing you should think about too, is a recruiter most times is screening applications that come in based on the job description that they have in front of them, right? So the recruiter is not the hiring manager. They don't know the ins and outs of this role. They've looked at the job description. They know what the key responsibilities and key requirements are. And based on that list, they're evaluating resumes to see who matches the closest. So if you're applying to a marketing job with a sales resume, you're not going to be a very attractive candidate on paper because your resume doesn't read like you're a qualified candidate for that marketing role. So what I'm telling you is if you're applying to a lot of different things or you're not sure what it is that you want to do, you need to make sure that you are customizing a resume for the different areas that you're applying. So again, it's okay if you're applying more broadly. If you're not sure what it is that you want to do, that's fine. But have a tailored job description for each industry that you're applying to. And you need to do some homework for this. You need to understand what it is that you're actually applying to. So if you're applying to marketing jobs, chances are you as a candidate, based on your current experience and skill level, are applying to probably the same type of marketing role, just across many different companies, right? And mostly what you're going to see is that entry-level marketing role is good. Job description is going to look pretty similar across 50 different companies because they're all looking for the same type of person with very low skill or low experience, right? Because it's more entry level. Same across the board for other roles. If you're applying for a sales role and have 10 years of experience, the type of role that you're applying to, maybe it's an enterprise, maybe it's a national, whatever these different titles are that fit your experience level, the job description is going to look very similar across 50 different companies for that level of job. And so you can look at what you're qualified for based on your experience and qualifications. You find the job that matches that, and then you tailor your resume to that job description. And that will increase your odds of moving forward in the process so much. You want to try and identify all the important keywords that they're using in the job description and make sure those mirror in your resume. And you also want to make sure that you're matching job titles where it's applicable. Certainly do not lie, but you want to make sure that you are matching language so that you match as a candidate really strong to the role that you're applying to. It will increase your odds of actually getting the interview. And that's the most important thing, is getting the interview so you can get in front of a person. And then the second most important thing is, once you get that interview, if you're one of the 7 to 9 people that get the interview, you need to make sure that you prepare so well. You need to over prepare so that when your time comes, you can put your best foot forward and really excel in that interview and ensure your odds of actually moving forward to meeting the hiring manager, which is typically the last step before you get hired. So hopefully this is helpful, guys. I know this is short. I have other videos on how to customize a resume, how to really prepare for the interview. But what I want to emphasize here is just there's so much more competition today. And so for you as a job seeker, you really need to think about how to differentiate yourself and how to do all the really small things that seem maybe time consuming or not necessary. They are. You need to make sure you're doing all those little things right to set yourself up for success in the long run. Guys, thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Good luck. Check out the links below. Check out my video library. Everything, all my content is centered on helping you get the job that you really want. So thanks for being here. I appreciate you.